Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee Time Tarot. I hope everyone's doing wonderful. So, for today's pick a card reading, we are going to do a deep dive energy reading to see what is really going on here with you in general, and also reveal any unspoken truths, whether they're for you or for the energies that are hanging on to your energy. Okay, so energies are fluid. So, if something resonates as your energy, even if I'm mentioning someone else, there could be a mirroring situation going on, or simply the message is also meant for you. If it resonates as somebody else, then the cards will reveal their unspoken truths. Okay, that's the goal. And I'm mainly focused on just trying to see what is going on that's actually affecting you. So in the big picture, what's the unspoken, but how is it affecting you? Whether you've got your own hidden truths, or somebody else, or people just around you, just to kind of give you a big picture of what's going on. So it's a deep dive, right? And hence that's why we're here doing that whole spiel. Just take a moment, okay? Take a deep breath, pick a pile, or pick an object. I know the thing says pick a card, but I just can't seem to just put a card down and say pick a card. So we'll get there. Baby steps. We've got the blue kitty, the yellow kitty, and the green kitty, okay? There will also be timestamps for you available. All right. So yeah. And check the comments as well. They'll be there. And also let me know which color you choose. And if you do enjoy the reading, let me know. Maybe I'll do more of this style reading for you guys down the road. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive right in for you. All right, pile one, or a blue kitty, welcome to your reading. A fun fact about this deck: I have never used it. I've had it for 2 years, and I have never ever used it. And I seen one person here on YouTube a long time before I ever thought I would make a YouTube channel ever, using this deck. And I was like, oh my gosh. So when I was like, okay, I want to start doing tarot, this is one of the first batches of decks I bought, and I never used it. And the reason I didn't use it, because I've always had lighting issues with it, because it kind of has like a shine. But today I was like, I have to use it. So you picked it. You're the first reading ever to go through this deck. Congratulations and welcome again. All right. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what's going on with the unspoken truths that need to be heard, or seen, I guess, via the cards. What are the messages here for my beautiful blue kitty choosers? The blue the blue cat. I need to find more things. Like, I don't know where to go. I used to get them from Temu, but for all the things I bought like last year for like 15 cents, everything is like $1.15 now. It's like, oh, whatever. So here are your messages. Okay, I am going to pull five cards, and then I'm also gonna read the bottom of the energy, the deck energy, as the outcome. Okay, see here. So we have for you the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles for you in reverse. Okay, see what I'm talking about with the glare. We have the Four of Cups. All right, we have the Wheel of Fortune for you, and we have the Five of Pentacles. This is so strongly leaning towards Pentacles. Let's see why all these cards are here, okay? Well, I mean, as you can tell, you have so many Pentacles here. Earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns, but these Pentacles to me are not presenting the confidence that there's current stability going on in your life, and with the energies that you're dealing with you or around you. It just feels like not just stability, like, okay, foundation, but we're talking financial stability. Starting with the Knight of Pentacles here, we have something that's been moving very, very slow. If somebody owes you money, if you invested in something is not taking off. But also it just feels like the person that may owe you whether financially, whether their time, their resources, whatever it is, or whatever has been agreed upon, payments or child support, or just they, I don't know, whatever is being, whatever that movement to make it happen is super super slow. And I don't know if it's because they're just codependent energy, or if you are just in a capacity where I don't know, maybe like you're married or you're engaged or you're in a committed relationship, maybe you're a parent, child, like energy. Child could still be an adult, something, but I don't know, it just feels like, the current situation, like on the surface, there's like somebody that's being stubborn, they're refusing to change, okay? And or maybe they don't want to take certain risks, they don't want to leap into anything that could mean that they're going to be forced to become responsible, whether financially or with their time. I feel like for a lot of you, this is just somebody that's an unreliable energy, with their time and their money, and they're just kind of like walking or going in the wrong direction and not like paying attention. So it's just in terms of like the unspoken truth here. Um, the entire reading is about unspoken truths, but if I wanted to hyper obsess, there's a strong hidden laziness here. And because of that, we have an energy that kind of um, um, comes across as like they don't necessarily have, like, yeah, they don't have to, save money or spend or whatever, so they lack direction. Um, I don't know. Something here is just exhausting with this energy. So it just, if it's a relationship, for example, situation, it's becoming very like too much, trying to like take care of like another adult, and it's like the adult, like there's just like the maturity is like, I don't know, it feels like there's a codependent energy here, with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. um I feel like there's a feminine energy here, okay, that might be working against you or not helping. There's an energy here that, is not putting in like their own, like in their own effort. They could even be talking about you behind your back, something through at work, or whoever that energy is. But I feel like a lot of it, there's like just a lot of outsider looking in perspectives for some of you. There's some sort of financial ruin might be taking place, because we also here have the Five of Pentacles, which is nuts, because you're like, okay, so I feel like, for example, maybe some, like you've gone over your head in debt, maybe because of somebody that could be this energy, or somebody that's the female energy is kind of talking, putting in like a negative light, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, it's more like, just to kind of like watch out, protect yourself here, because we have a gold digger. This is revealing a gold digger energy, okay? So very, if it doesn't have to like be like, like a love relationship, it could be any sort of ship. So whatever it is, we have somebody here that they neglect things. They neglect, like, they don't even like maybe take care of themselves. I don't know what the heck is going on. Something funky, something weird. For some of you, it could be somebody that doesn't have their independence, or feels, yeah, codependent. Yeah, it just keeps popping up. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles. So let's check in with that energy. I feel like for a lot of you, there's like an energy here where it shows that you may have invested, or the situation that's kind of pulling you in terms of finances. That's why I was like wondering if maybe there was like some sort of a marriage, or some sort of a previous commitment, engagement, or some sort of like unionship or some sort. But in any way, this is kind of showing, again, it's coming through as greed and money problems. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, whatever the promises that were made or offered in your situation, or with this energy that keeps popping up, it was like flaky, and I feel like it was like delayed, or even they changed their mind. So it's like someone taking back their offer, walking away. Okay, maybe taking whatever they wanted and took off, and then left you in financial ruin. Could be a female energy. I feel like the reason I keep pulling on that female energy here, it's because first of all, it's a feminine energy. It's a feminine the card, but It doesn't have to be a female, it just has to be a feminine energy, okay? So just to be clear, I guess, on that, I didn't want to be too particular. Like I said, energies are fluid. Also with this Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, even though this could be like a little bit of a tough reading, you know, to kind of push out what we are not talking about, what's hidden, what we need to, like, you know, acknowledge or confirm, affirm, so we can like build and grow and move on from it. The biggest thing here with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, you actually, like, I feel like it's like somebody's looking over you, somebody's trying to help you, okay? There's something like that available. But I feel like there's just some things that are you'd rather keep private, or that you're not trying to talk about. But I feel like whatever is being hidden from you, there's someone that's wanting to kind of let you know or share with you. But I feel like, again, you're kind of just trying to kind of like be, you're not like a noisemaker, so you're not trying to bring other extra people into the drama or the situation or whatever it is that's kind of causing all these problems. But I feel like that's there with the Ace of Pentacles, even though it's in the reverse. I feel like you're just trying to make sure, you know, you don't want to keep making, like, for example, one bad investment after another, whether it's financial or with your time or with your belongings and resources and things like that. All right, so with the Six of Cups, all right, so in this sense here, I feel like, you know, we have like an energy that's coming through very nostalgic. I feel like there's been like a lot of good times going on, but at the same time, it feels like some sort of an ex energy. So I don't know if this is the Knight of Pentacles that walked away, maybe left you a little stuck. Whatever the ex energy wants to come back though. So just, I don't know why, but I'm laughing because it's like some people think it's okay to just kind of come and go. But then I don't know if the relationship has been in that pattern. So in my mind, because of the Wheel of Fortune, there could be some sort of cycle taking place. But here, you know, as much as all of this is going on, the person, I feel like, might just kind of come from a place where they're just kind of enabled. So they kind of maybe haven't been told no before or something like that. Or like, you know what I mean? It just feels like, you know, even though they may have redacted or retracted anything or changed their mind about things that they were offered, maybe walked away, it's like they're not able to let you go. So like, I don't know if they're like stalking your profile, feeling like they want to bring an offer, bring a gift, some sort of apology. I feel like maybe they want to just let you know that, you know, they have pure feelings, or they have like pure intentions. So relationship, for example, then feelings, love, intentions, work, family, I don't know. So the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, is inviting some sort of change. So it's a card of cycles and karma. One of the biggest things is karma is working behind the scenes. So I feel like this is a really good card when it comes, especially like towards almost the end of the reading, because for this, you know, card, I'm thinking what, you know, what's going to be revealed as the path, you know, opens up or things clear up even further. And I'm seeing this showing up. It's like destined to be that, you know, the cycle is changing, and things may not explain why, which is why this return with the Six of Cups might be why they may be trying to kind of come back and like maybe clean some sort of a slate, because there's an option here with this Wheel of Fortune. All right. And I feel like, you know, something might shift and change, and it might feel like play out like it's a coincidence, but I feel like either it's cosmically by design, it's meant to happen, or the coincidence is really not so, but the individual may have planned. So something here is shifting, okay? I do feel like something unpredictable is going to happen in a good way. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, is a card of luck and change, so I don't feel like anything bad is going to happen. But I feel like your message here, optimally, with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like here, you know, what the idea you need to like kind of keep in mind here, we're hiding some sort of financial ruin or some sort of poverty in some form, like spiritual poverty, love poverty, feeling unworthy of love. So I feel like the universe and, overall message is to kind of not put your own self out in the cold. Like, you may be feeling abandoned, but this Wheel of Fortune is inviting so much luck and change that the tides will change, like they will take a different course. I also feel like for a lot of you, um, again, with this Six of Cups, with the Five of Pentacles, there isn't that outsider, the person that may have walked away or whatever. They're looking back in, okay? So there's someone that's trying to take a peer in. I feel like for a lot of you, you feel like if like whatever help, like there, it's not gonna come, like even if it's being offered, the kind of help like maybe you're stuck in right now, is kind of like a bind, okay? It's one of those things, again, I feel like you're just kind of feeling maybe regretful or embarrassed or ashamed maybe of the current situation. But it's so interesting for me because I keep going back to the 10, which is a sign of completion and a cycle of beginning, and this is the outcome. So this is kind of like what you need to kind of work on, okay? Because the outcome is a very positive one. Things will be resolved. It is a yes card, so growth is very near. This reading, I am not giving any financial advice, I haven't, but it just feels like if investing, whether it's in life, career, or financially, you're gonna like reward, the growth will be there, you'll be able to see it materialize, okay? So things will come to light, but it just feels like you're isolating right now. You're saying no thank you, I don't need, but you're like still in need of the help. So I feel like you need to kind of unlock yourself from that mental like cell that you have yourself in. I feel like nothing is by coincidence. So, it's just really important here to kind of stay strong. You might be dealing with some health issues, so take care of your health. Like take care of yourself, like make yourself the priority, because even if this or the energies are exhausting you, you need to be able to love yourself and heal yourself, okay? So my beautiful blue kitty pile, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Take care. Hello to everybody that picked the yellow kitty, also pile 2 or this deck. Just a little fun fact about this deck. I did a tarot giveaway and I gifted this deck as a brand new deck, of course, to one lucky viewer. There were 2 winners, and the other deck, the green deck, was also gifted as a part of the giveaway. So I thought I'd let you guys know that fun fact. And I'm doing a cheat here because I didn't tell this to the pink deck, but the pink deck also was a brand new deck. I mean, I told them that, but I didn't tell them about you guys. So anyways, that's what's going on with that. Let's just jump right in here and see what's unspoken and what's going on. What are the hidden truths with your energy and the energies around you? What you need to know, work on, fix, or address, be honest with yourself about, or what other things are existing around others that need to be spoken towards you, or some truths that need to come out. So we have the 7 of Pentacles here. All right, normally I will cut the deck, but since they wanted to jump out, let's get into it. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. Wow, we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords. I laughed because the pink reading, which was the blue kitty, there was like all pentacles. It was crazy. We have the Justice card. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Shocker. Knight of Pentacles. All right. And we also have the Chariot here for you in reverse. Some of you here, you're showing up in this reading, entering this reading, contemplating if your time and effort and energy is worth the investment. That it feels like there's just too much, like only one person is kind of working towards building something, growing something, or materializing something, and there's just like a lot of effort still left to be had, like to be done, a lot of work ahead. It just feels like there's just like some sort of quiet assessment, some of you, this could be like the relationship, things are not, like it just requires a lot of work. Others of you, you could be just thinking about things from a logical perspective. But it's just something that's requiring a lot of patience. Maybe your patience is kind of like, you know, um, like broadly speaking, like somebody might need time or convince the other that, um, you know, building together, but like only one person is doing that. Okay, so some of you here, you could be kind of contemplating putting yourself in a place where you're thinking about long-term vision, of where you want things to go, because something here is just not like, if you want to depend or rely on somebody else, that energy is not bringing it for you, and they're not really kind of pulling their own weight. Some of you, you know, it could be looked at as a sense of positivity. You know, there could be like, um, I don't want to, I don't like to talk about like family stuff too much, but there could be like, maybe like somebody's gonna have a baby, or a baby's on the way, or somebody's gonna find out that they're about to be a father or mother. And from that perspective, I feel like, you know, um, somebody might be thinking about the amount of time and effort everything's going to require, because I feel like some of you, you're going at something alone. You're not doing something in the partnership or in a situation where somebody else is involved. They're not doing their part or not bringing enough. Now, you know, you could be like, oh, whoa, well, there's, I'm thinking somebody else, and it's really me. Well, if it's you, like, this is what's going on. You got to get going. Can't be lazy, you know. With the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, um, it's kind of crazy, because I feel like you're around an energy that's just not ambitious, or there's an energy present that's not ambitious. Okay, so they look at things from very like challenging ways, get distracted quite a bit. I feel like sometimes, it could just be like somebody's getting burying themselves into their work, trying to be distracted so that they're not like focusing on the actual like situation at hand, or to avoid things, to avoid speaking about things that require conversation, like building things, getting things back on track, you know, kind of building, you know, building like the, I don't know, financial stability, relationship stability, whatever it is. Just again, the effort is very minimal, and in the reverse, it just feels like the effort is not there. It's just minimal effort. Okay, somebody might be pretending like, you know, they're busy, or they've got things going on, and they could easily like be lying. There could be like a, like, again, somebody's distracted. There could be like a third influence here, or worst case scenario, I feel like, you know, there's a lack of inspiration. To be honest with you, if there's some sort of a family situation that's growing, or something that's being built towards, there's also like perhaps a situation of unemployment, or just, again, the financial or the responsibility aspect is leaning heavy on one person. All right, so now we're looking at, like, you know, the Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is an air sign energy. I feel like in the reverse, it's just like an energy that just wants to like argue or fight, or just not see things in the same light as somebody else. It's just kind of like a lot of lashing out, and kind of, and I feel like, you know, broadly speaking here, you need to kind of like realize that this, like, if this was like, if you've been warned about this person, or if things were warning signs were there, now is a good time to like reflect on those warning signs, or those warnings that were given to you, and like pay attention, because there's a burnout. Things move so fast that right now we're dealing with an energy that's just no doesn't want to like react to anything. They don't care. It's like they just want to be left alone. They want to disappear. Like, but it's almost like they're turned off, or turned away, or they just lost focus. Everything again that was meant to be going forward in a good light has kind of taken us like a shortfall, like come to an abrupt halt. Okay, and I feel like this person, this energy around you, you know, they're coming across as a like a little reckless. Okay, and I feel like, you know, they're kind of like, if they're being distracted by another energy, I feel like they're pulling all the stunts right now so that things remain the way they are with the two of you. Okay, again, you know, I don't know how to kind of like explain it without sounding weird, but for a lot of you here, what's not being spoken is that justice is playing a huge role in terms of karma, in terms of rebalancing of things. This is the Libra energy. And I feel like the truth is going to be illuminated. So if you've had any doubts, or if there's anything where you're being made to feel like you're not doing enough and somebody else is doing more, and now it's your turn to do more because now it's their turn and not to do more, something like that, something that's really off balance when it comes to stability or growth or action or faith. So up here, so what the universe is saying, we're going to look at this in a different way. There could be some sort of a divorce as well, or a separation, because things never took off, so there was no birth of anything new. Or this person may not be, again, available to be like a parental figure. Something is coming across where the balance will be here for you. I feel like for a lot of you, karma's coming for them. I'm not trying to be mean or rude about it, but it's just simply based on past actions, because we see like a lot of stalling. We see a lot of, and again, there could be some mirroring. You could be also the person that has stalled, so now it's like their turn, like I said, or something like that. But the universe is not letting it go, and broadly speaking, there's going to be major balance coming through. And I also feel like that balance is going to be coming after the chaos of the Chariot, right? And the chaos of the Knight of Swords, and the chaos of like deliberate, angry, lashing out communications. The Knight of Pentacles, I mean, in terms of like an outcome overall, I feel like, this person, what they may not be revealing, it could be you, it could be them, is they want to give up on like the plan or the idea, whatever it is that was agreed upon, decided upon, that's not materializing. Somebody's ready to kind of like just cut their losses and be like over it. The connection is feeling dull. Again, it could be for you or for them. Boring. And there's a refusal to change. Okay, there's again resistance. We have this knight's going this way and this knight's going that way. We have people in different directions. If I was to say this was them, maybe this is you, kind of like saying, okay, I'm just gonna take whatever losses I have and go, wait for the universe to do its thing karmically. And ultimately, I feel like, with the Chariot in the reverse, and this is more like just the attitude going forward. Here's, like a way to like kind of keep yourself grounded, or kind of think of a way to like carry yourself forward positively, even though the card is showing up in the reverse. I feel like, you realize here, okay, so we have all these direction cards and they're all in the reverse. Like, I feel like you're, if you don't realize that they gave up on the pursuit, but they just didn't want to say it. But I also feel like you are mirroring their energy, because you're also giving up a little bit on the pursuit. So technically, in that sense, the delays and everything is just because somebody's bored, not interested anymore. The relationship is lazy. Something here is just kind of has like just lost its way. It's lost its direction. So I feel like for a lot of you here, there could be some spiraling taking place. Okay, but like again, like people like you or them, you're not showing those sides of yourself to the other. Okay, but I also equally, I feel like, this is like the cancellation of whatever the plans were meant to be. And I feel like your message here, the attitude is to just kind of like, well, I'm not telling you what to do, but the overall mindset is to keep in mind, like, how much work and effort are you going to try to put into something before you realize, it's not fair or balanced correctly. I'm very optimistic with the Justice card. I like it when it shows up in general, because the fairness comes through very quickly, swiftly, and it's usually very silent. And, the fairness also can come in the form of realizations and apologies, because pros and cons are being weighed, or decisions to, again, move in a different direction and allow that to happen and let it go. Kind of like cutting the losses, releasing, unshackling from the burdens. Okay. And it just feels that there's like just things are going in a different direction anyway. So, all right. Well, that's what I have for you. Lovely yellow kitty card choosers. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next one. Bye bye. Hello to everyone that picked the green kitty, also known as pile 3, deck 3, card 3. Welcome to your reading for the unspoken truth and what is going on and what needs to be known, heard, and revealed. Fun fact about this specific reading, all the cards have a story. The pink deck, the original or the first deck, I've had that deck for 2 years, never used it, so it was used for the first time in this reading. The second deck, okay, that was also gifted as a giveaway brand new box to one lucky viewer. And same with this deck. This also was gifted to another lucky viewer in a brand new box set. They were all shipped by me with other little cute things in there. It was the funnest thing ever. I could have totally ordered it from Amazon and got it sent out directly and not had to pay $60 in shipping. But I wanted to add my little touches, and I'm so happy I was able to do so for them. All right, well, lovely green kitty choosers. Let's see here what is going on. What's the unspoken? All right, let's check in. So first we have the 8 of Cups or coins for you, Pentacles. All right, so we also have, wow, the Knight of Wands, or the King of Wands is here. Okay, we have the 7 of Coins, Pentacles. All right, we have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. We have the 9 of Coins in the reverse, which is Pentacles, of course. And we have the Strength here in reverse. So every single pile I've done has literally had multiple pentacles in it. Lots of issues or concerns here with structure, stability, a disciplined situation. But let's go ahead and do a deeper dive. So with this 8 of coins, I mean, in the reverse, you guys, something is not like an energy here is not inspired. Too much work is being done. Somebody's working their tail off, putting effort and time into something that's not materializing. Could be, somebody could be kind of masking their feelings, saying they don't mind investing or helping or supporting or working on something or improving. But I feel like, the effort put here is just kind of, they're not being honest about how they're like really feeling. So it's just kind of putting them through some sort of a struggle. That's the energy that's like showing up here. For others of you, there could be like a sense of like obsessive behavior where perfectionism it has to be like high end. It is a Virgo energy, so I feel like just a little bit here. It could be just in terms of things not taking, like actions not being taken towards things that might be important. It could deal with the stability of and structure of like a relationship that's very important, or it could just even be something that's like work related. Like, but it just feels like there's good things to be had, but they're not like in a place where they're going anywhere. I feel like somebody here could have also kind of what's the like lost face, like somebody could be hurting, like struggling, like they were caught, like they're just like they were kind of called out on something. Okay, so that's also kind of coming through as something like a painful experience. But it's not being talked about, it's kind of everything is just kind of like being like not talked about or hidden or just kind of hiding behind emotional walls. Okay, keeping busy, avoiding like actual questions, just not wanting to, like, they're just something is being hidden. The King of Wands here in the reverse, there could be an energy here that's like really overbearing or arrogant. Somebody that may not have your best interest or does not support you or looks to affect you or sabotage you. It is showing up obviously as a masculine or a male energy. You take the energy as it resonates. There's just some sort of like a demanding energy. I don't know if it's like your boss. I don't know if it's something like in the relationship. It feels like it's a little overpowering, kind of like manipulating the situation for their personal gains. Maybe working off of your hard work, taking the effort forward and then just like living through it and enjoying it. But you're like the one, like, it's just, I'm getting something like that. I also feel like, there's some things that are coming across as like impossible, and then we have this Virgo energy that's overthinking and just has like this obsessive So we have like a control freak of some sort, or a mindset that's just kind of enjoys domineering, which I don't feel like it's healthy. But you know, it is what it is. We're calling out those things that we're not talking about. Okay, we're revealing, we're calling them out so we can acknowledge them, address them, and work on them to heal as well, so we can make decisions that are good for our lives. That is good for our lives. The Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles. You know, something that's not being spoken here, and it's in the upright, is somebody's wondering if all of this is worth the effort. Like, somebody might not want to keep the fire and flames going. I feel like, you know, there's some sort of a pause that needs to be taken, or if not, it's already being taken to reflect on things, which is kind of like why there could be some sort of like a plan. Somebody's being patient. There could be something coming through where the harvest will be the ending of this connection or this situation, or putting an end to it, getting a different job, moving, getting promoted, shift, something like that. But it's just like, I feel like, you know, you or this energy comes across strongly disciplined. It's a Taurus energy, but with like a plan that kind of is seeing which side is going to be better, so that, you know, the dealings up here with this negative entity, but these negative vibes can be better managed. So there's like a cool strategy taking place in your favor, on your behalf, or somebody's going to be helping you with that to make things or life better for you. Okay, this also could include working your butt off and not getting paid enough, and some promotion might be coming through. The Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so sure, this could be like a relationship thing, but the three, let's just talk about it objectively from all angles. There's some things here where somebody might come through asking for forgiveness for lying to you, backstabbing you, not believing you, causing you heartache, causing you heartbreak, causing you pain. And I feel like, you know, this energy is kind of like now rooting for you. So like maybe they may not have believed you in the past, or something that connects you with them and a third party or somebody else. There's something that's coming through here where the need to heal is important. Okay, so let's just say, could be, okay, well, you know, well, this, I'm talking about you. Well, then, yes. So then, you know, you're going to be working on healing your wound. You're going to be working on this privately, but other people that may have an influence on you, that may be on your side, you don't believe them, they also care. Okay. So there's a sore spot here, because this Three of Swords could be like an energy that was in the past, was a sore topic, but for whatever reason, it just feels like somebody that was on the wrong side of your life is wanting to make things right as well. Okay. I feel like, you know, this energy that I'm talking about with the Three of Swords, there could have been some sort of issues in the past. There could have been some sort of something that was rejected, or again, feeling stabbed in the back. This energy that may have been a part of that wants to come back and clear things up, or clear the misunderstanding up. All right. And I think they're hoping that forgiveness is possible. But we have like a victimhood mindset, because the swords can also kind of play that role. It's still a Libra card, even though it's in the reverse, but we also have that little bit of unable to let go of the pain, refusing to let go of the pain is just too much. Okay, but there's an apology that's going to be coming through for whatever pain or heartbreak that's taking place. Okay, or the forgiveness, and in the sense, when we speak forgiveness, it could be the forgiveness of the self. The Nine of Coins here for like overall outcome, for, you know, what will be revealed as things clear up, and what else do we need to know once the truth comes out. Where are things going to be? I feel like the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is just saying, look, we have something that's very fake. Somebody lives a very fake life. This King of Wands energy comes in with that big energy, that badass energy, whatever energy, and then at the end of the day, they're fake, they're not good energies. They're kind of coming through as materialistic, vindictive, and controlling when it comes to how they want to manage their love. I also feel like for a lot of you, you know, you're gonna realize that this person, or you're gonna come to the realization that the energy here with the Nine of Coins is always gonna be like kind of like lonely despite having everything. Like there's something that's really just kind of off when it comes to focusing on just kind of fruition. All right, so I feel like this is somebody that does not know how to maybe even count their blessings or consider that what they have is a blessing. Doesn't have to be financial. It just comes across as very shallow and obsessed with material things, which is why I'm lining it up with the King of Wands energy. And finally here for you, beautiful, beautiful viewers, we have the mindset forward, some maybe things to think about, maybe what energy you need to kind of focus on. We have the strength in the reverse. It's a Leo card. I feel like, again, it shows up with some patience, but I feel like, there is some self-doubt materializing, and I feel like maybe there could be somebody that, because they put so much doubt in you and they don't have the confidence in you, or there could be just a lack of confidence in general, that's not being addressed, looked at, or talked about. It's paralyzing actions. It's paralyzing the ability to move forward, to actually be able to do anything that can materialize. Okay. I also feel like, if you're feeling defeated, or if you're feeling like something is just like against, like not in your favor, I feel like this card is reminding you that the situation is that, but it's not you. So your confidence may be low because of the situation, but to remember that your confidence in who you are is really, really just important. So I feel like the message here is the situation shouldn't be controlling. Again, with the strength card, we're having bullying showing up. We're having somebody that's being bullied. So I feel like the message is, don't let this person keep you in the upside down strength, but flip it. Because one of the biggest things here is, I feel like because you hold back, you've been showing restraint, and you have something here that you're waiting on to kind of take off so you can maybe do some different moves like we talked about. People are like this energy or something here. You're just dealing with a difficult person, and I feel like the biggest message is to remind you, for you to realize that, and don't let that bring your spirits down. So things will eventually evolve and improve. But here at the same time, like, this is somebody that just wants their ego stroke, and to be tamed all the time. And I don't feel like you are meant to be there to be that babysitter. All right, so this is your reading, my beautiful, beautiful viewers. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.